supervisor. Look online. I thought I was going to lie. I made it last night, but I don't want to. I'm almost to
We got stuck.
in your phone. What? You went off paint.
To be safer. Anyway. Call the meeting to order. I pledge allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call. Randy Schutte.
Yes, sir.
Ken Brown.
Yes.
Judy Keller.
Yes.
Rosie Clement.
Yes.
Bob DeLong, yes. Yes. At this point, Mr. Mark Bly, supervisor at the Sanilac County Road Commission, and Chuck Stringer, contractor here in Sanilac County. Anybody else that I'm going to miss? All right. Adoption of agenda. Anybody that doesn't have a copy of anything? Chuck Stringer. Any additions and corrections to the agenda as presented?
Yeah, down at the bottom it says date of next meeting, it should say March 30th. That needs to be corrected.
Oh, March 29th. Okay, all right.
39.
39,
Yeah,
sorry.
it should say March 30th.
Okay. Any other discussion or any additions? Hearing none, I entertain a motion to approve the agenda.
Make a motion that we approve the agenda with the one correction.
And move with the additional correction. Mr. Randy Schutte, is there a second?
I'll second.
And seconded by Rosie Quinn. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those proceed to vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Motion carried. Approval of minutes from last meeting. Is there anybody that doesn't have a copy that needs a copy? Any additions or corrections to the minutes as presented? Hearing none, I'd entertain a motion to approve. Rosie moved to approve the minutes as presented. Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Moved and seconded. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Motion carried. Minutes approved. Thank you. Treasurer's report, Rosie.
This is the treasury report, and these are the balances at the end of February. The general fund, $15,196.40. The fire fund, $92,660.92. The road fund, $36,114.65.
Any questions? Discussion on the treasury report as reported. Again, is there anybody that needs a copy that doesn't have one? Hearing no further discussion, I'd entertain a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to approve the treasurer's report as is.
And moved by Judy Keller to approve the treasurer's report as presented. Is there a second?
I have a question.
Oh,
Where
sorry.
does it show what we have recently paid our term? Is it detailed on here?
Okay, this is for February. And it depends if we paid it in February. If we didn't get paid in February, then it would be.
There was any payment made in February?
Right, this is
Yeah.
just February.
Yeah, it's January.
Paid
No.
some in March.
He's been paid in March, he just didn't get it in February.
Oh.
So, and this is just February.
Okay, so you got paid in March, but that's not on.
Correct.
There was payment made on the 10th of March, give or take.
Somewhere in there.
Okay. Any further discussion or questions on the treasurer's report presented? Hearing none, I have a motion and a second. All those in favor of approving
Wait,
it?
who seconded it? Did
Yeah,
anybody
I
second
didn't
it?
know.
I think I interrupted.
He
Yeah,
interrupted.
yeah. All right, so I do not have a second. There's a second to the motion. Been seconded by Ken Brown. Any further discussion? Hearing none, we'll proceed to vote. All those in favor of the treasurer's report as reported, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Motion carried. Thank you. Planning Commission report, Ken Brown.
We have our first rough draft here of the master plan. This Vicki Sherry is really stepping up and working out for us here. She basically did all this. We have to go through it now and make any changes we might not come up with. Also, I see it's further down on the agenda here. We have to approve of postage for sending out a survey to the township residents. I don't know if he's got a chance to see that, but kind of wanted to, she said it'd be good to get their input on a few things.
That's in the packets.
Okay, that's about it.
Is a survey required?
You know, I don't know if it's required, but I think it'd be a good idea to see.
Well, I agree. I didn't know if it was required or not. That part I don't know. Okay.
That I can't tell you, I'm sorry.
Any questions of Ken, Planning Commission? Hearing none, moving on. Zoning Administrator.
Had quite a few calls, any questions, other than that, no building permits.
Okay.
Don't start, hold on.
Okay. Okay. Any questions of him, guys? All right. Hearing none, moving on. Old business. Website is up online as the end of March, Greenleaf Township.org. Judy, can you fill us in a little bit on it?
Yeah, I met with Amy Schutte and I've been working on it. There's just a few more things that I've got to tweak out on it and then have the rest of the board look at it. But I should be able to have it up so that it's for everybody to see by the end of March.
Any questions on it, guys? I know we had quite a bit of discussion on that. Any concerns or anything that you want?
No, I
addressed?
just, when it's up, I've never done this before, so when it's up, if you see something that you think would be a better way of doing it, please let me know, because I've never done it before, so I'm just kind of going off the hook here, so any welcomed comments would be
Okay. Guys?
useful.
Well, I mean, the one question, one thing that, one of the reasons I pushed for it was so that we got the minutes and the treasury report up there.
Right. And we'll have like the FOIA forms up there. We'll have, more than likely like a building or a special land use permit or
Okay.
whatever key have that on there.
And then we can post our master plan
And we're
and,
gonna put the master plan, the zoning ordinance on there.
okay,
So,
okay. You guys got any other ideas, make sure you get them forward, so we, because I think it's, I mean, it's there, and I think it needs to be in place working.
I think that was our intention all along.
Okay. All right, nothing further on that, moving on, video camera pricing, did you get some last month, or did you say
yeah,
you
I
did?
did. They're in your minutes, packets here. I went to 3 different spots. I went to Myers. And this was back in February, but prices would still be closed. But Myers, they had one that was like $249.99, and Staples had one for, let's see, it was $449, I believe it was. Yeah, $400 even. And then Best Buy has one for $700. So, there's kind of all ranges. The one from Myers, it's just a pretty standard, I don't know, it looks like it's probably about the size of like that blue one there. I don't know how big it is. I didn't physically go to the stores and look at these,
Okay.
so I don't know if something like this could be mounted.
Okay.
I don't know. I guess it depends on what you're looking for.
Questions, discussion, concerns?
Or do we want one that somebody's gonna have to hold? Or do we want one mounted on the wall that is gonna automatically?
I would think probably we just set one up on a tripod. Just kind of keep
Up
it
back there or
stationary.
up here?
Probably more from our perspective, I would
From,
think.
okay.
Yeah, so the board is,
Yep,
the board's activities.
yep.
Okay. Ken, any input, any questions?
Yeah, just in case anybody's wondering, the video camera, the attorney suggested we have our own set of videos for every meeting. That's why we're considering the purchase of a video camera.
Okay. What's your brothers, any feelings on what you'd like to do?
I think we probably need to do it. I guess I would feel comfortable maybe spending as much as $500, but maybe not any more than that.
Okay.
Maybe just kind of decide on a budget and go from there, I guess.
500 with a continuous video with a tripod, so that you can take it out and remove it and set it on.
I kind of like the idea of appointing somebody to run the camera.
Well, obviously, we can do that as a board.
Opposed to
We
being on a tripod.
can ask for a volunteer, or we can have somebody run it. I mean, that's not an issue.
As long as we can find someone to do it, yeah.
Yeah.
When you take that into consideration, we're gonna have somebody do it, there's no reason to buy a tripod.
Speak up so we can hear.
I'm just saying, if we're gonna have someone do the filming, there'd be no reason to spend any money on a tripod. But I like the idea of somebody filming what's going on as opposed to just filming in one spot.
Rosie,
I agree with Kenny.
any other concerns or wishes? More discussion?
I guess my only concern is, coming from our perspective, does it need to be just as a stationary unit, or can we have somebody hold it and use it that way? I guess I don't know if there's any.
I don't think we're
Yeah, I don't know if there's any regulations regarding that or not. I guess we need to just look into it a little bit more, but I think the tripods are relatively inexpensive, even if we wanted to have one anyways.
Well, the thing of it is, if you didn't have a tripod and who was ever agreeing to film it for you, you couldn't make it that night, then you don't have a tripod to
Yeah.
film it without asking somebody else to do it. So,
And think we need to buy a tripod with it anyway.
That's
Well-
just a thought.
I guess my thought on it is, obviously, we know why we need it. It's been suggested by more than a couple entities. You look at one, and when you get one that is versatile, and if you have to end up mount it, so you can mount it and remote it, that's what you want to do. I think you do that when you look at it, unless the cost is so prohibitive you can't. And obviously, we're talking about it, because we need to do something, but we also know where we're at in a financial situation, so I don't know if we're gonna move ahead with it at this point or not, but it's just,
The next time I get someplace, I can look at one that can be either on a tripod, handheld, or mounted, and see if they make such a thing, and see the pricing.
okay?
If you decided you wanted a mounted stationary, you could get a mount that would work on any kind of camera. They all attach the same.
Okay.
Are these all panoramic?
I believe they were, 'cause that was kind of one thing I was looking for.
Okay.
So I think they were.
Okay. I see this one is, which I think we should go with.
Well, what should you rather do? Just table it or proceed with it?
Table it and do some more research on it.
Yeah.
And entertain a motion to it.
I'm gonna make the motion to table this and discuss it in the future.
Move that we table the discussion on the video camera
I'll
for
second.
the date. Seconded by Judy Keller. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Motion carried. Thank you. Moving on, road signs. There's been a few showing up. Is there anybody in the gallery that's got a new road sign? You,
I do.
Judy does.
Judy's got a new road sign. Anybody else? Keith Mitchell?
Kenny Ossentowski, did you get one yet?
Did you look? Just ask her. Just say it.
What got it brown?
So mark by, there's one you know you need to hit, McMillan and basically Forest Road.
And anybody else that does that road sign up that would like one, and they get, you can call me and I'll get ahold of Mark, but we contact the garage, they'll take care of it for us, okay? Ken, that's a good comment.
What about getting a sign to the south, something, today there's pickup down there playing around.
I don't know if you can inhibit it anyway. Mr. Bly, can you comment on that? I don't think you can inhibit them anyway.
We could put road close signs up, but that's about it.
Yeah, there's some pickup down there.
Yeah, turned up.
Or in the, past the market stuff.
Ken, my comment would be there's there's two signs on my road that says closed to local traffic only, and I've seen more small cars try to come through there the last 5 days. Yeah, okay, so, any other comments? All right, so moving ahead, new Township Council. We discussed that some at the last meeting. We haven't done anything, we haven't moved forward.
No, I've gotten no replies back.
As of right now, the only council we have is the representation from the lawsuit.
Correct.
So our other council is no longer with us, so. I can look into it a little more. I haven't got it done. I had a couple thoughts. You guys had some thoughts?
Did we contact a few people?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. The one gentleman told me that he would love to, but he said he's just too far away, it wouldn't be feasible. And I think that's what the other guy was pretty much hinting at too, is because of their distance. So we just need to find somebody local. And I talked to one, but he never got me his quote, so I'm just going to have to call him back and remind me. So.
Well, one of them might,
Yep.
he might be broke.
He also is a long ways away.
Yeah. He's been a good one.
Yeah.
Is he Metamora?
He's in Metamora, so.
And then Seaver was the other one, and he said the same thing.
So he said it's not cost effective.
I'll take suggestions and ideas, and I'll contact him, try and bring him to our next board meeting and see if we can get something going on that. Rosie?
Isn't there any lawyers, Carol,
hired Michelle Bittinger. And she, I think there's a gentleman in that
Jason.
practice, and that's kind of his forte.
Jason Bitzer is probably,
Deb said he's maxed out.
He's maxed out.
Is he? That's probably why you didn't get back to me then, huh?
He's maxed, not happening.
Okay? We'll take suggestions, move forward with it.
How about Linda Drilling?
I talked to Linda, and she had expressed a thought that she might be interested, okay? But that would have been 8, 9 months ago, maybe 10 months ago, and I haven't talked to her since. So I can call Linda and find out where she's at.
We use Scott Redlaw out of Sandusky. It's pretty good. Scott Redlaw out of Sandusky from Township.
Red.
R-E-D-L-O.
R-E-D what?
L-O-N.
I know Scott.
Oh, okay.
Any other? Any further discussion? Do I need a motion to? All right, hearing none, we're moving on to new business. Approval of the sending out of the master plan survey. Do you have it in front of you, everybody?
That's
How
all
many
we have.
residences is there in the township?
I think like 650 some, I think is what the tax roll says, because,
Yeah, but that's parcels. How many actual residences are there?
I don't know, because that's what we have to go through and,
Get an
Don't
idea
know all
of this
those
is the
details.
cost to send this out. We don't expect over about
I would say
30%
probably,
of it to be returned, so.
I would say probably be at least 400.
I would say.
Because Vicki told me it had to go to people that don't live here too, all parcel holders have to have it. So unless you just wait, if we don't want to spend the money on stamps, if we're not going to think we'll get it out, that'd be the first thing that we'll put up on the website is the master plan. People can go on there and fill it out. But the only thing is, though, a lot of people wouldn't know about it. You'd still have to either send something out to let them know that it's on there, or...
So the only list we have of residents is the tax roll. We do not have a list, and basically nobody would have a list of
Yeah,
permanent residents.
Well, yeah, you could use your voter list, too.
Okay.
You could use your voter
The
list.
voter list would probably be more in line with the actual residents.
Well, not if there's 2 voters in a household.
Yeah, you only want one per household.
One per household.
Just one? Oh, okay.
Yeah, just one per household.
Okay.
So you think
We could compare between the tax roll and the voter list.
we just need to talk to Michigan Township Association and see what the proper aspect of that would be? Because obviously there's protocol.
I can call them.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whether you, obviously I would think you mail them every tax.
You have to mail, Vicki said they have to mail to everybody that
It's on a tax roll.
has, yes.
Okay.
What I'm getting at, we've got like 5
Duplicate,
parcels.
right, yeah, we just go through and just
There's going to be a lot of people in the same situation.
Right.
Multiple parcels.
Right, they don't get one.
So you only, right.
I don't think the Amish will probably fill it out.
Well, obviously, but you still, it doesn't matter.
Still have to
You have to send it to everybody. It doesn't matter who it is. Everybody has to get one.
Okay.
And as I said, I think
So
the
we
proper
can
place to
spend
go is Michigan Township Association.
We can possibly spend $300.
And postage.
Yeah, easy.
And that's not the stamps, and that's not the paper, or nothing else making up the survey.
Yeah, we gotta print these all off too, and it's
And the
3 double-sided pages, so you got 6 pages.
what I'd like to know is, can we send this out and ask these questions without someone suing us?
Well, this
Honestly,
came,
if Vicki drew this up,
This is coming from Vicki.
yeah, this is coming from Vicki. I'm assuming if she did it, I mean, this is what she did for a living. I don't think she would have done it if it was anything illegal in it. I mean.
well, I did make the phone call to Michigan Township Association. They said, yes, you're within your legal rights to send out a questionnaire on that.
Did you tell them the questions?
Well, to some degree, that's why, I read off 4 or 5 of them. She said, well, it sounds like a standard one, so yes, as long as you're not discriminating. As
We just, the
Rosie
question,
just alluded to that, you know, certain religious sector may not vote, doesn't matter, you still have to send them.
Send it.
well, let me read the questions real quick and we'll see if they're offensive or just what. How long have you lived in Greenleaf Township? What is your gender and age bracket? What is your household composition? What is your income bracket? How many people live in your household? Ownership status? What is your work situation? What is your connection to Greenleaf Township? Please rate your perception of the following characteristics of Greenleaf Township. And there's 10 of them. What describes how you view the amount of commercial business in Greenleaf Township? What type of new retail service establishments would you like to see? Please rate the following characteristics of Greenleaf Township. The previous Greenleaf Township Master Plan had the following goals. Please rate each accordingly, and it lists 5 different goals that they had. What are the 3 most important reasons you continue to reside in Greenleaf Township? Just a minute. Based upon your experience residing in the township, how would you rate the following? And there's 6 different things. What one thing do you value most about Greenleaf Township? What one thing would you do to improve Greenleaf? And it's just, that's it. So, I mean, there's nothing really, you wouldn't have to answer every one if you didn't want to. If you didn't want to say what your income was or anything.
I went through the first 5 questions with her, and she told me, under no, if somebody refuses to answer, they don't have to answer any of them.
Right.
Okay, you're not, it's not a, okay.
And they don't have to put their address down.
Exactly.
Right, yeah. It does call for your address, but you don't have to.
No.
Right.
And you don't have to
I
sign.
still think you need to proceed and talk, we need to make sure we get a complete ruling from the Michigan Township Association.
Who we send it to.
Yeah, and make sure we're within our guidelines. Because we've called there how many times, got how many different answers? I mean, in the same day?
I know.
But my concern is, how are we going to pick up the Amish families because they wouldn't be on the voter rolls?
But they own
Tax.
property.
Tax.
Tax rolls.
Okay.
We'll compare both.
Tax.
If we do this, we'll compare both of them because,
Still only want
one per,
one mailing, even if they have multiple
Correct.
parcels, like
Correct.
Ken said.
right.
Okay? Any further discussion on that master plan survey?
I'm all for it, as long as it doesn't cause trouble.
Okay? So do you want to table it till next meeting?
I'd be curious to see the answers to some of these. I mean, I think it'd be a lot of good information here.
Okay.
See what the people are thinking.
So what's your druthers?
When does this survey have to be out? Is there any?
I don't think there's a timetable on it, obviously. They're getting close to this.
You know, the sooner the better, but I think
There's no-
regardless, we're gonna miss our next meeting anyway. So if we had it 2 months, you know, which would be 3 months from now.
Right.
And we'll put a deadline on it so that you get back, you know, the vast majority. You know, you're gonna get some come later, but
There's no timetable on this, Rosie.
Yeah.
You know, the aspect of how long it takes to revise your master plan and your township zoning ordinances. Obviously, the last one took over 3 or 4 years to get our zoning ordinance.
Okay, so we're sending out this survey. Are we sending envelopes for them to send it back?
Well, that would be what you guys would have to address here. If you approve it, what are you approving?
I don't think so because
No.
we don't expect more than about 30% of people to respond. So I don't think we could just send it.
that's gonna double
It will
envelopes and
definitely.
double postage.
And at 55 cents and it might be heavier. How many pages is it?
It's 3 sheets.
Oh, it'll be
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, it'll be
Regular
fine
postage.
postage,
Yeah.
regular postage,
Yeah.
yeah.
Unless you know another way of getting their input.
Going house to house.
There you go, Ken, you've got all kinds of time.
Yeah.
All All right, so what's your, the board's preference on this?
Well, I think we should table it and see how many we got to send out.
That motion to table it?
Yes.
Rosie's motion to table it. Further inquiries? Is there a second?
You don't want to table it?
See what everybody else.
I guess I'd move forward with it as long as we just verify that we're within our guidelines to ask these questions. I would
Go ahead and do it.
I would feel comfortable doing it. I just want to maybe double check one more time that these are appropriate questions.
Again, any second to the motion on the table?
I take that back.
If there are no second, the motion dies for lack of support.
Yeah.
So, go with your others on moving ahead with it.
Yeah.
Need a motion to approve it and move ahead.
I'd like to make a motion if we move forward with it, as long as we confirm the nature of the questions are appropriate.
Okay, get that. Judy? Second to the motion on the table.
I'll second.
And second. Any further, do you understand? Any further discussion on it? Hearing none, proceed to vote. All those in favor of moving ahead with the master plan survey, precondition to questions conforming to regulations. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Motion carried. Move forward with it. At this time, with regrets, but understanding, I have to accept the resignation of Mr. Keith Mitchell as our temporary zoning administrator. I want to thank you for all of your help over the last 4 years.
4 years.
How long has it been that you've actually, this,
2.5, 3 years.
but how long have you been involved in our township?
Since 69 or 70.
Since 1969 or 70. Thanks, Keith. We really appreciate it. We sure appreciate it. With that, you guys have Keith's letter of resignation. I need a, oh, do I need a motion to accept his
Probably
resignation?
need to read it. Somebody's got to read it.
Here.
March 18th, 2019, to Bob DeLong, Supervisor in the Greenleaf Township Board. I am turning in my resignation as Greenleaf Township Zoning Administrator effective April 1st, 2019. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to serve the citizens of Greenleaf Township in this capacity for the last few years. Keith Mitchell.
Again, thank you, Keith. I need a motion to approve the letter of resignation.
Make a motion that we accept his resignation with regret.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Been moved and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same.
Aye. I'm not gonna let him off.
Duly noted. Do we duly need to note that by roll call vote, or do you think we have a unanimous? Again, thanks, Keith. We sure appreciate it. In the interim, Chuck Banner has agreed and read our zoning administrator's application and has agreed to take the job as zoning administrator. And so I guess at this point I need to swear Chuck in as our zoning administrator, our permanent zoning administrator, of which we have.
How long is it?
To accept it? Yeah, we better. Yep. Without a doubt. I recommend Chuck Banner as the new zoning administrator.
Is that a motion or is it just a
My
recommendation?
recommendation from me. I need a motion off the table.
I'll make a motion, we approve Chuck Banner.
What's his rate of pay going to be?
Just a minute here.
Because it's going to be different in the capacity that Keith was working under.
My recommendation recommendation would be at the standard rate of what the past full-time
Full-time.
was getting with reconsideration after a short period of time of a raise. I think when we looked it up, it was about $4,500 a year
I think that.
plus $75 a meeting. You're almost required to come to both meetings. I don't think you're required to come to the planning commission, are you? Oh, you did, okay. And I think you got $75 for each meeting.
Right.
That was passed, okay? 5,400 or 5,500 at present. That would be my recommendation. So the motion was made
$4,500 plus $75 per meeting.
at present, yes.
Are you going to establish a term?
What's that?
Are you going to establish a term?
A term?
At what time does this appointment expire?
Probably, maybe we should consider it, but I don't know if there ever was.
How was Lee Wills, how was he?
Zoning administrator was always a hired position, if I'm correct. Was never ever elected or appointed, or,
Did Lee Wills work on like a 1 year at a basis or 2 years at a time?
No, the danger you run into if you don't have a term is, if this gentleman, for instance, is appointed as your zoning administrator or hired, more properly, hired as your zoning administrator, and you don't put a term on it, if he moves to California next month, you got to continue paying him until he resigns.
I guess I don't know what we've got in our language for the zoning administrator's job description.
I don't think there ever was any language in there saying.
We had, at least for the job application, I know we had, but I don't think there was any languages to, the length of duration was almost inevitably for the last, how many years, Jerry, whoever ended up in it, stayed.
How about we just do a year-to-year basis, does that sound?
Maybe you guys druther, whatever you as a board think.
Does that sound okay with you?
Just basically every year at the annual
Well, it's
meeting, rehire.
April 1 is always going to be
To review,
our beginning of a year, so.
review and reconsider at the end of the year.
Yeah, let's just go year.
Do you want to amend that motion that way?
I want to say
With the
make a
consideration.
motion that we hire Chuck Banner for a 1-year term, beginning April 1st, 2019. For zoning.
No, but let's put the price
Let's
in.
put the wage.
So it's $4,500 per year
$500 per year
plus
plus $75.
per meeting. Okay.
Which meetings are required? Just this meeting or both meetings?
Obviously,
Ideally, you should be working hand in hand with the planning commission too.
right. I mean, we like even at our board meetings for a report, obviously. Okay, you know, we can't make them all the time.
So we want to have them attend both meetings? Are you okay with attending both meetings? It's going to be once per month, and we meet every other, and we're on opposite months. So it's just going to be one meeting per month. That-
Per board and per planning. Okay. This is what it reads.
There you go.
It was supervisor recommended Chuck Banner for zoning administrator. Motion by Brown to accept Banner for a 1-year term beginning April 1st, 2019, with a salary of $4,500 a year plus $75 per board and per planning commission meeting. So I need a second.
I will second that.
I moved and seconded. Any further discussion on it? Hearing none, we'll proceed to vote. All those in favor of hiring Chuck Banner, the zoning administrator, as stated by Judy and the motion by Ken Brown, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Motion carried. Welcome aboard, Mr. Benner. Now I need to swear in. I do have to read. That was one of my jobs when I got there. I said I couldn't read.
Okay, Chuck. I do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of this state, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of zoning administrator in and for the Township of Greenleaf, County of Sanilac, according to the best of my ability. Sign right here, please. Welcome.
Thank you, Chuck. Moving on, resignation of Kevin Anthony from the Planning Commission. Again, Kevin has requested that he be resolved and wants to resign from that position. And I accepted it on, of the same nature. Ken, unwillingly but understandingly. Do we need to read that? Probably should.
Stated March 20th, 2019. Dear Zoning and Planning Board members, please accept my letter of resignation from the Zoning and Planning Board. I would like to take this opportunity to say thank you for allowing me to serve on the Zoning and Planning Board. It has been a pleasure working with everyone and getting a new perspective on our township. Again, I appreciate all the work and time of Greenleaf. Again, I appreciate all the work and time people of Greenleaf do for the township. Respectfully, Kevin Anthony.
All right, I entertain a motion to accept his resignation.
I'll make a motion to accept Kevin Anthony's resignation.
I'll second it.
Been moved and seconded. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Motion carried.
Hold on, Mark. Just-
Again, if you see Kevin, thank him. I did when I talked to him. I 2 or 3 times he was going to resign, and I talked him into staying on with his background and the activities he's involved in on both the township, state, county, national level. I think he's a
Kevin had a lot of
really good asset.
good information, good
Yep.
opinions on things.
Yeah.
He was good to work with.
All right, caught up.
Sorry.
So with that then, Angela Summers had expressed interest in serving on the planning commission, so we made contact. She's agreed to fill a position. So with that, Angela, we'd like to welcome you, and I'd recommend Angela Summers for the planning commission. Need a motion?
I make the motion we accept Angela Summers for how long a term do you think? 3.
That's a 3-year term.
For a 3-year term for planning. Effective the next meeting.
Effective next meeting?
Which is
1 month from now.
Okay.
April.
Do I have a second?
I second that.
I have a second. Any more discussion on it? Hearing none. All those in favor of Angela Summers being a member of our planning commission, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Motion carried. Welcome aboard, young lady. You get sworn in. Yeah. It's flexible.
I do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of this state, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of Planning Commission in and for the Township of Greenleaf, County of Sanilac, according to my best ability. should have put on here, that would be the bills for, April and May.
So it's the bills for both April and May, because we do it 2 months at a time now, right?
Right, because we don't meet again until
Right.
end of May.
Any discussion? Hearing none, I'd entertain a motion.
Make a motion, we pay our routine bills for April and May
2019.
2019.
Motion made by Randy Schutte, is there a second?
I'll second it.
Seconded by Judy Keller. Any further discussion? Hearing none, proceed to vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same, motion carried. Item G, approval of the Cassidy Emergency Service Payment,
That's it.
$3,124.
Yeah, that's for the ambulance service.
Okay, any guys questions on it? Just to let you know, I've been looking into it. At this point, our fire fund, which does not say emergency fund, okay, emergency services funds, we can't pay out of that fire fund.
That was my question, next question.
So, we have to have a name change in our millage, that half mill for the fire, and have it fire and rescue, emergency services. And have it on the next ballot.
So it would have to be voted on.
Yes, in order to get it
And
changed.
it would be-
More than name change.
Yeah.
That's
but
all
would-
it is, the name change.
But it would be considered a new one. It wouldn't be considered a renewal because of the name change.
The name change.
But it's still just the half mill that we're already doing, it's just that, so that way we can have this taken out of the fire fund instead of the general
It
fund.
would be nice.
Which would make, you know, you
It's
gotta,
emergency services, so,
Yeah.
There's all kinds of money laying there we can't use for anything else.
Right. So if it doesn't get approved, it's just not gonna get a name change, is really what's gonna happen.
yeah, well, we still can't use it.
no.
No, if we take that to the voters and put it on the ballot in November, it has to be approved for us to maintain our half mill.
If they turn it down,
Turn it down, so then it's completely gone.
it's completely gone when you have.
Which all it is a renewal of the same, it's just a wording change only.
And when we made that little change before, that only passed by one vote.
Yeah, it's,
So
Well, that's more of an informational aspect than anything. It
Right,
behooves us as
right.
the board to make sure that the residents understand that it's not additional millage. It is name change only. And get the support of
it's
the.
no different than that last one. We
I
took a
know.
half a mil off one and added
know,
on
but-
to another. Nobody paid another dime in taxes, but it only passed by one vote.
But that still comes back to one thing, Ken, that it's an informational aspect that the residents are not informed as to what is actually concurring.
Well, the problem was, is this board was pretty preoccupied with other things, and we weren't able to get some good information out.
I agree with you, I wouldn't disagree one bit, Randy, but the bottom line in that still comes back to the point that, you know, that, if we do make a movement to have that done, we have to make sure we get that information out there to the residents, okay? But in the meantime, we have to approve the payment of this emergency services. What's your druthers?
Well, we can just state that right on the ballot, can't we, that it's not an increase, it's just a
I don't,
renaming?
I don't know how that would be.
Yeah, the wording-
legal. I don't know if we
Yeah.
can do that or not.
You might be able to send out a attachment with it, okay? But other than that, I don't think you can attach it to
To
that.
the,
Yeah,
No.
yeah, I'm sure we can, and I don't know if the wording could be worded as such, I don't know, Rosie, that would be the lawyer and something for the county
so
clerk,
that's the only way to change the wording.
yes.
Yep. All right. Approval of the emergency service payment. What's your druthers?
When is this due?
It
End
is
of the
to,
month,
Due now?
yes.
yeah. We always pay it in March. Kind of like covers the next fiscal year.
I guess I'll make the motion that we approve the
Payment?
emergency services payment for $3,124.
Been moved, to make the payment by Ken Brown. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
There's further discussion on the motion? Hearing none, I'll seek the vote. All those in favor say aye.
I,
Opposed, the same. Motion carried. All right. Approval of the 6-month bond interest, and that is the bond that's making the payments on the first initial lawsuit, correct? And that's the interest payment, which they want every 6 months now.
Correct.
Is this, again, a change in the middle of the road that we didn't,
Yeah, because last year they just billed us like in September, it was due,
once a year annual?
once a year. But,
Now they want their interest every 6 months.
correct, because I called Comico Bank when I got them and she said every 6 months now.
now if anybody has a question, this is for the bond that we had to secure with the winner's lawsuit.
Yes,
Correct.
yes. Any more discussion? Hearing no discussion, I entertain a motion to pay it.
Make a motion that we pay the $2,328 for 6 months in bond interest.
Motion on the table, is there a second?
I do it, I'll second it.
Seconded by Ken Brown. Any further discussion on it? Hearing none, proceed to vote. All those in favor of paying the 6 months bond interest of $2,328, say aye.
I,
Opposed, the same. Motion carried.
okay, now I have a question.
Yes.
Okay, now it takes our general fund down to about 10,000. So when does our current lawyer expect another payment? And how much does he expect?
Okay, well, that's what our next item of business, the lawsuit financing. Lawyer, should have read lawyer fees, okay?
All right.
Okay.
Okay? I can let you know right now. First of all, as of the 1st of March, outstanding lawyer fee was $176,000. Okay?
How much have we paid him so far?
We gave you $10,000 after that.
How much have we paid him to date?
To date, did you get the number tallied up? Somewhere around 50, 60,000. 85? So, if you want to add that up in your head, it's give or take $250,000 in lawyer's fees to fight some nuisance lawsuit that was filed against Greenleaf Township on behalf of some people. And as a result, there's a lawyer's fee that has to be addressed. General fund obviously won't. He's considerate, understanding, but he also expects as prompt payment as possible. Now, the last meeting, we discussed assessing a mill, and I found out
Emergency mill.
I found out you cannot.
Cannot.
That used to be, but it's been taken off the table. You can't do it. So you would have to put a millage vote on the tax ballot and get it approved, and then wait for it to be, if it got approved, wait for it to be received. That's one option. Now again, it's going to take you over a year to get it approved and get any money, probably a year and a half to get any money, actually.
Longer than that, because we wouldn't even vote on it until 2020.
You know,
Well, unless we did a special election.
and unless we request a special
And if
election,
you
and
did
that's what, $3,000 bill in itself.
Yeah, that's about 3,000 to do a
Okay.
special election.
I wouldn't be opposed to pursuing that.
I
You can't keep bleeding money.
would agree with you 100%.
What's our other options? Another bond, we can't stand another
We
bond.
can't do another bond.
There is one option that I've looked into a little bit, only because I discussed it and made a couple inquiries. There's more than one bank that is more than willing to take a mortgage on a non-mortgage asset. We have an asset here that's non-mortgaged. And they would just, obviously it'd have to be assessed, the loan would have to be approved, whatever you requested, okay?
I don't like the sound of that.
I think that's a better option.
You don't have, you got two options, and that being one, unless somebody has some other ideas.
A millage, I don't. I
Yeah, but
personally don't-
if we get a mortgage, then we're still paying it out of the general fund, right?
Well, yeah, you're still paying.
Right, you're
So, yeah, but you can amortize it over a.
What if we put it on the ballot and we can assess another mill, then everyone's gotta pay out of their pocket.
And I would agree with you, Randy, except for one thing, that does not get your lawyer fees serviced for another year.
Right, because even if we did a special election, okay, say we did a special election in August, and I get where you're coming from, I do, but if we did a special election in August, we still wouldn't have it until after a year, like a year from now.
This is my recommendation, and after having looked into it, talked to enough people that I think you pursue the aspect of taking on a 4 to 5 year mortgage, okay, with an annual payment. Takes care of the lawyer fee, okay, whether it be 25,000 or 140,000, whatever. Right now, I think the fee is 166,000, but obviously we got some general fund and we can take care of some of that. At that point, go ahead and pursue a millage or two in the general fund. Okay, it's going to take a lot of work to get it passed, but at least that's the right direction. Okay, allowing residents to make that choice, and they're going to tell you one way or another.
Just so you know, I'll never vote lean against this building for something this stupid.
Well, then in the meantime, you got a lawyer bill that ain't going to be paid, so you're going to have to address
We'll
that.
see what happens when they address what's going on in the spring there in the court. See what happens on that level.
You mean the next lawsuit?
No, the one in Detroit.
Oh, you mean the final ruling?
Court gives that final ruling.
And that final ruling.
There before we do anything.
Okay, and that's okay, that's fine, we can wait till then.
I agree with you.
So if you look at this, we just had to pay interest on Winter's lawsuit.
Yep,
You know, that cost us $250,000.
yep.
So here we are, the township got dragged in the middle of people feuding with one another, and the taxpayers are.
Over $500,000 worth of taxpayer money has been wasted away on frivolous lawsuits. On frivolous lawsuits for the last 3 to 4 years.
Exactly.
I think we need to wait until the spring, let the federal court make their final ruling, and then we can have a better view of the future.
Okay, well, moving forward, I need that direction because the lawyer, I've talked to him, he's understanding, the agreement when we came and talked, and we had our meeting, and decided to hire the man. The understanding was we'd get it to him as fast as we could, obviously, and he said he understood that. So if we keep making earnest payments.
You gotta keep paying them, but tell them we would like to see the final ruling.
In April, or whenever
They said spring, whatever.
federal
that
court
is.
gets around to make it, and then make their decision thereafter.
Yes, and then we can find a way to square up with them.
Okay. Until that point, we would proceed with making our
As much as we can.
payment as we can.
Yeah,
$5,000 to $10,000 a month if we have that much of it.
if we can.
Now remember, we have a payment on that bond coming up
We
in
know.
September.
We also have that into consideration. They have that in your budget. Understood.
No, I won't, but I won't let that get messed up.
Right, okay.
So at this point, proceed as we are proceeding.
We don't have any motion?
We need a motion.
I don't think so. We're not-
Ken, Rosie, your brothers?
I have an opinion.
Mr. Parker, you're out of order.
Only me out of order.
Mr. Parker, you have not been recognized for the chair. When I recognize you for the chair, you can speak. You want to hold your hand up and be recognized, go ahead, sir.
So what do we do, table this for the time being?
Do we have to have a motion to table it, is what I'm asking?
I'll make a motion to table this pending the outcome of the court's decision in the spring.
I second that.
Moved and seconded, any further discussion on it? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, the same, motion carried. We'll proceed as have been proceeding until the time of the ruling on the final hearing of that lawsuit. Mr. Parker, if you want to raise your hand, I'll be more than willing to recognize you. Moving on, gravel pricing. Mr. Bly, can you help us out?
Probably. I found out Gettner up here is 1145,
Where's Gittner's pin coming on it?
right up here, you're on line.
Okay.
What was Gentner's price?
Kenny, you have it in your packet too.
It's in
It
your
was
bag.
1145 a ton.
Mark, who's got the best gravel?
What was that?
Who's got the best gravel out of these pits?
Well, I'll tell you what, I'd rather pay for a little bit better gravel.
I mean, you guys use all these pits, don't you?
Yeah.
I don't know if
And
you,
you're-
I don't know if you can comment on that.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not.
Questions for you guys? Mark, Mike?
Oh, you need a copy of that? Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Mark, was that you guys hauling out of Cass City Pit, or was that, me hauling?
That's applied, right?
Yeah, but was that me hauling out of the pit, or was that you hauling?
Us all.
Out of Cass City.
That's the town, that's the
That's the county
county.
bid, Christmas bid.
Oh, that's not your, that's not.
Yeah, that's not your bid. Your bid is, 905.
Sure.
Where's your bid at, John?
My pit's on the east side of Cass City.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, the old, by Tucky Block there?
Yeah.
Behind the
East.
old crossing cemetery.
Oh, okay, okay. I don't know. I don't know. I just think we need better gravel. That's my opinion.
No, these are all processed gravel to the
They're
same
all
specs.
pretty much the same.
They all have to make state specs.
Yep.
Irregardless, they all have to meet
Yeah,
state
Right, the
specs.
specs are pretty wide though.
Right.
There can be crappy gravel that meets spec.
Right.
I'm not saying anybody's is, I'm
Right.
just saying there can be crappy gravel
Right.
that doesn't pack.
Mr. Ball, you had your hand in there.
We test for moisture, so not like X dollars of paying for water.
Yeah. that's the moisture.
There's no spec on that, is there, guys?
No.
Can you tell me a requirement on the spec for the amount of water in the gravel?
There's some moisture in.
Shoulder gravel, they check and you duct check
Okay.
if you're too wet. Yeah.
Because obviously, I mean, there's serious question as to,
Yeah.
the water's running out the back of that truck when it's hauling.
No.
It's got a 3-inch ring, but anyway, that'd be the logical explanation.
That was the stuff we put on your road the other day.
So, can one of you gentlemen tell me, I think it's wrote on there, Chuck, what is that? Double,
A 21 double A.
yeah, what is, that is just what, all crushed stone or stone?
Pretty much, yes.
So like, what's the price of that compared to what we're paying?
I'm not sure in 21, I think it's gonna be probably $4 a ton more.
In actual price of
Right.
product itself,
Right,
the hauling remains the same, obviously.
Right.
So you're looking at, and most of it, you're looking at $7. You guys are about $2 for a ton transport, give or take.
right.
So most gravel is $7 a ton, okay? That we're talking, and that 21A would be around about 11.
But it has no dirt, it's all stone, so it's packed.
Well, there is some
It's some dirt, but it's gonna pack, correct?
Right, 90-some% crush.
Yep.
No, a ton's not even a yard.
No.
No, about 1.3, 1.4. 2,600 to 2,800 pounds.
How much pounds?
26 to 2,800 pounds to a yard.
To the yard.
About 1.3 tons.
So a ton is less than a yard.
1.4.
That makes sense?
No, that, no.
Okay.
Sorry, that went right over my
You're
head.
about three-quarters of a yard to a ton.
3/4 of a yard?
When the cubic board weighs more than 1 ton.
So obviously, last year we were at about, what, 850? Right in that range?
Yeah, I think so,
On a per
pretty
ton
close.
basis. And we got, and the.
What we put, 600 tons?
Seven.
Yeah.
Seven. We put 700 on for the last 3 years of roads we've done, obviously. I've been looking into it. I had serious concern, because obviously, the question is the gravel and the gravel we put on. Huh?
Just pave all the roads, done with gravel.
can't attest for the product that Chuck has. He brought gravel to my place 2 or 3 years ago. I had 3 leads put on my driveway, and that's been the best damn crap. My driveway's awesome. But I put a nice crown on it too.
Yeah.
But it was a good product.
Well, our road is flat. There is no crown in the middle of it. It's flat and the water is just sitting right there. Did you hear that, Mr. By?
He knows it.
Relay that to the grader man.
Yes,
But on most of the roads, is the water sitting on their shoulders anyway, because the shoulders are too?
The shoulders are
They're working on that.
The shoulders still need to be rolled.
it's been an ongoing project.
I know.
We've been disking them shoulders now for what, 2 years? Going on the 3rd year this year, and obviously it's getting better. We recognize and realize we're in a problem.
I know, but she said there's roads, water sitting everywhere.
Mr. Ostrowski,
Is there an estimate of how many miles we're gonna do this year, if we do any at all?
originally my hope was to do another 7 to 7.5, okay? Obviously, there's 3 or 4 down in the southwest corner that need it really bad, and then there's a couple left up in this corner that need it really bad. One of them being your road, I understand that. That were my recommendations, and Mark, I would end up going with their recommendations too. And
You're saying roughly 7 miles?
roughly 7 miles, and in the past we have done, a mile cost is $5,600, so 7 miles costs $35,000, and we've got 30,000. 40-some thousand. I think a year ago we got some assistance from the county, didn't we? Am I correct?
Well, these prices,
You think we will this year too? Okay. Because I think we ended up with
That's in your township share already, though, right? Mark?
is that over and above the township share?
Yeah,
Because we got a check last year.
they was given 25% last year.
Yes. Yes, I know there was some cost share on it last year from the county.
Right.
Without a doubt. Because I think we had, in lieu of more product and more road, I think we ended up doing another, don't quote me, half mile,
Yeah.
with the extra,
Yeah.
I think we did.
Oh, yeah, that's right, we used it up.
You did an extra mile, yeah, you did. an
How are
extra
the
mile
roads
last year.
holding up this spring?
Go down my road,
How is it?
rotten.
Rosie, how's your road?
It was bad, but it's better. It is better.
We got trenches,
But it is better.
My personal opinion, I've never seen roads, our side roads this bad, and I've lived in this township for 43
I
years.
agree with you there.
But I don't think it's an issue with the county garage. I don't think it's an issue with the gravel.
No.
I think it's the weather that we endured in the last 3 months. That's just my personal opinion. Now,
But I didn't take you home.
You didn't get stuck in the middle of the mud bog, did you?
so on gravel pricing and patching, do you have any others, any more discussion, questions?
Well, we have to do this, but we just put this on to discuss it. so we
Right,
had-
that's exactly what we're discussing. One of the things that I brought and thought about, and only because I seen it happen, and it kind of threw me because there's a road over here off basically Forestville, mile past you, at Fox's, and Elkland Township, am I correct, Elkland? Put 21A on that 3 or 4 years ago. It's a single lane, single track, and there was ruts in that thing every year, and they put that stone on in about in August. It was 21A, and I thought at the time they did it, I thought, my Lord, they'll never grade it. But that's almost like a paved road and been that way ever since. But granted, it's only 1 lane, but then I found out that they put on 15,000 ton. Okay, so 15,000 ton. My thought was we go to 21A and use 500 ton instead of 700 ton. And knowing what I know, the difference between the crushed stone and the gravel, because crushed stone on a per ton basis goes a lot farther than what your gravel will. Correct me if I'm wrong, Chuck and Mark. We get more bang for our bucks and get a base, which we don't have. The problem is, in all honesty, we didn't do enough gravel in the last 15, 20 years. We have no bases in these roads, so we need to start a base. Correct?
Correct.
Mr. Sims. Stringer?
The only comment on that, the county's gotta sign off on that, because that's 1.5 inch stone, 21 AA, and you guys gotta grade it. So,
And that, yes, and I understand, that was the other thing, I meant to include that, so you guys understood that. There is an issue there.
The 21A will have pieces up to 1.5 inches.
inch and a half, yeah, it's all crushed rock.
I think that's what I put on my driveway, because I wanted a better base, and I think that's the way to go. As long as we can work it and.
Right, as long as they can grade it.
Right.
Yeah. Which they probably can with their carbide tee.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but it does do an exceptional job patching.
That was just some information that you need to consider. Because obviously, we're all concerned about the grade of gravel and the condition of the roads. It's our,
I would like to personally see us use some bigger material and try that, because what we're doing, it doesn't seem to be holding up. I think we need to work, like Bob's saying, I think we need to concentrate on the base. That bigger material will help give you a better base.
Well, that wouldn't wash away like the gravel or the leaders.
Mr. Paul.
So instead of doing 7 miles, putting 500 to 700 ton down, why don't you cut that 7 miles in half and actually put some gravel on? 700 ton on a mile of gravel or on the road is less than an inch of gravel.
You're saying to get back to 1,500 ton.
Yeah, put some gravel on. I mean, you put 700 ton down on a mile, that's almost an inch.
And we knew that. Yeah, I agree. I wouldn't argue with you there.
So if you cut your
There's a
7
recommendation.
miles,
Cut it in half instead of doing 6, 7, 8 miles. Cut it in half and do 3 or 4 miles.
well, pick your worst roads and put 3-4 inches of gravel on it. Then you'll have some base. You keep
Mr.
gravel-
Bly, I'd like, any comment on that?
Where are you gonna start?
Yeah.
Oh, that's if you pick your worst one. You know, they're all bad.
That's, yeah.
If you keep putting an inch on it, I mean, my road, what was it, 2 years ago? You put
Yeah.
gravel down, it was great for a couple months, and then it's gone, because there's nothing there for a base for the whole.
Yeah.
So if you cut your miles back, at least you're getting some, like you said, at least you go with the heavier stone.
Yeah. You take that under consideration, sir. Thanks.
Maybe we make more headway with that approach.
Something to be considered. Mr. Stringer?
Well, the only other approach would be 21 AA, you do get further. Like when we load it, we fill our boxes up, I mean, there's a lot more
Volume.
volume in a 21 AA mix than there is a 22A. And
Gravel's 22A.
22A is your road gravel.
Road gravel.
Spec by the county, and then 21 AA, you might gain, just throw a number, 15% volume. So you could put less of that on a mile than, I wouldn't put an inch on it, but you could put less, you gain more miles out of it. As long as the county bought off on it. Because
Well, that was my next question, Mr. Bly. Where are we on this? I mean, if Township, obviously Township's elected to do it, because they've done it right over here in Tuscola County.
Right.
Where's our Sanilac County Road Commission on working them roads and fit them as far as grading?
We can work on it.
All them guys, I get along good with all of them now.
You won't.
That's what I needed to know. Okay.
Well, is it a problem if we
No.
went to that? Okay.
What's the difference between 21A and 21AA?
Well, 21 AA is 100% crushed, and 21A,
Got different size stones on it.
yeah.
The 21 AA is
All crushed.
all crushed stone, period.
Crushed rock, yeah.
Rock, basically.
21A will have like round pieces in it.
Yeah.
It'll be crushed.
Yeah, I think you can go, what is it, 10% round or something like that, or maybe a little bit more than that,
Yeah, I think so.
somewhere in there.
Okay.
Which that'll get buried in anyway, amongst all that crush, it'll get buried.
How far does the 21A go compared to the 21AA?
Hard to say, I mean, like, you get about 15% volume, more volume out of your material, but depends how bad your roads are. I don't think you gotta put it in, that's,
But we're gonna get, the 21A will have bigger pieces, right?
oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah. Yeah.
I think that's the way to go.
So you want pricing on 21?
But
prices on it all.
Yeah, let's get more prices.
Okay?
One more comment then.
Yes, sir.
I won't be here for your 30th meeting if you're gonna make any decisions, I have another place to be. But my price was, that was my company. We spread a couple, we've been doing like 2 townships a year, we've been spreading and grading using our grader, and our trucks hauling and spreading. So my price on here was us hauling and spreading.
Oh,
And the prices above are the county hauling and spread. That's the only difference.
With that, do you supply the grader?
We supply the grader for that too.
That,
All
you guys are all right with that?
Yeah, we haul and spread the grader.
What was that?
You guys have been all right with that, the townships that they work in?
So far, so good.
So, it's a competition thing, so yeah, it is what it is. One thing, Mark, that I'm surprised they didn't do, and it looks like we'd be a little higher, is they didn't, I don't know why Dale didn't bid hauling out like that, because it's,
I don't know.
I just want to sell gravel, I don't care if I put it down if I sell it, so.
Yeah, I don't know why you did that.
I'll have to ask him
So you'll give me a price
on 21 double A.
out of your kit,
Yeah, I'll have to submit, well, Dale,
going to count.
what it is, and then.
You want me to get your price, sir?
yeah. And we'll have to have it by the 30th, Mark?
21 or 20?
Both.
Both.
21 A,
Both.
double A.
Okay.
Any further comments or questions or discussion on road gravel? Obviously, we know we got issues. Mr. Ostoski?
Did you guys get a price from Chuck, doing it or not?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on here, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, we didn't hear what it was.
Yeah, it was,
905.
905.
and then Holbrook was under me at 855.
That you doing it all.
No, that's not me hauling, I'm just hauling,
No,
I wouldn't go to Holbrook and haul.
No.
I was just gonna haul, you just haul over.
But your price is you hauling it and,
Me hauling and grading it.
right, for that 905,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
Right.
And maybe you want, if you wanted to look at gravel, if you went with 22A, you wanted to look at gravel quality differences, just to see what would happen. You split it up, and maybe do some Holbrook on a couple miles, and do some on my pit.
I was just gonna say, why don't we try something this year, do half and half or something, and.
Okay.
You can
Gotta experiment
what the
before you
difference
know what
is.
works.
I
All
want
right,
to
we'll go to
see
work to do some,
I want to see some 21A on something like Judy's Road where it's a swamp. Put some big pieces in there and see how that holds up.
Yeah, maybe you want to do all three
She's
options.
got-
I mean, granted, it'd be a little bit of a.
We did that last year. She won't see
I won't get gravel this year, I got gravel last year.
the answer to that road,
We can't put
you know
it
the
in-
answer to that road? The answer is rebuild the road, put ditches in.
Yeah.
You gotta get rid of the water.
Yeah, it's.
If you want to
Doesn't
clarify
matter.
what's the real problem in all of these, and we are not getting rid of the water. That water still stands.
Oh, I know it.
No matter what happens. Number one, if the water stands at this time of year, it actually inhibits frost from coming up. So, yeah, we gotta, I mean, we have to, somewhere down the road, we have to look at more road village and start rebuilding roads. And digging ditches to get rid of the water. We just haven't done enough. So,
All right.
anything further? Hearing none, move on. Dumpster pricing. Did you get some?
Everybody I talked to told me that we should stick with, if we're gonna continue to dumpsters, to stick with what we've got. I had 2 other dumpsters companies tell me they could not even begin to match what we're being charged now for the size of dumpsters we're getting.
Yeah, we're getting a good deal. I would like to see us eventually get out of the dumpster business, but for now, that's our best deal.
Does anybody know how many other townships offer dumpsters? I mean, a lot of them have curb pickup, I understand, and that's on your tax roll, right? Because my concern is how much we pay for dumpsters a year.
$7,200 for just the dumpsters.
Understand?
About 8,000 a year by the time we pay somebody to
Right.
babysit down there once a month.
Yep.
Well, that'd be 8,000 we could put back in general fund if we went to door to door.
But then you bring that to a vote on the milling and have to be approved by your
Yes, it
residents.
would.
Yep. Well, I'm open for suggestions and whatever you guys as a board decide you'd like to try.
I'd say just get rid of the dumpsters.
Is that in the form of a motion or?
No, I'm just
Comment.
just a comment. Let
Okay.
everybody do what they want to do.
Okay.
And roadside, they can, whatever they want to do with it.
Don't eliminate the dumpster till we got a better plan. because
We gotta have a backup plan.
We don't want garbage scattered throughout the township.
Or curbside. So you're gonna continue to pay for dumpsters for years on years because nobody wants to pass a curbside in the village?
No, but how about if we have to put on a ballot, like, let's say, changing that, language for our fire fund, we could also put the garbage pickup on that same vote.
Additional millage.
You'd have to
Yeah.
go for more than just a half a mil then.
Yeah, it would take up probably a whole mill to do
Garbage pickup.
garbage pickup. Yeah.
That's a thought.
I would probably do that at the same time on the same vote, I don't know.
Put it on the ballot at the same time if they approve it, our problem's over.
Okay. You want us to proceed
We can't keep
looking
bleeding
into
money.
it?
We're bleeding money, we gotta look for everything.
Yeah, I'm not arguing with you. You're, and you guys are the board, and we make executive decisions every day, and if you want to proceed, we can certainly look into it and start moving forward.
Yep.
And I don't disagree with you one bit.
So I'd say my recommendation for now is we just stick with what we're doing with dumpsters with the same company, and eventually I'd like to see us get away from that, but right now I think we need to stick with it.
Okay. So do we need a motion to accept the fact that we'll stay with the present?
No,
All right,
we're not changing
we don't need
anything.
a motion. Any
Status
further
quo.
discussion on it? Rosie?
No,
Hearing none. We'll proceed on then. Adoption of the Metro Act right-of-way permit extension for AT&T. We had a lot of discussion about this a year ago, and that one was for Thumb Electric. This one's for AT&T. I think it's more or less a formality in the aspect that we don't have it. We just have to do so. So, any discussion on it? If not, I'd entertain a motion.
Make a motion that we adopt the right-of-way permit extension for AT&T.
And moved by Kent and Randy Schutte that we adopt the permit extension. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Second by Rosie. Any further discussion? Hearing none, proceed to vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Motion carried. Moving on to canceling the annual meeting on March 30th. Can we do that completely, or do we have to actually?
No, we can because the annual meeting is only when, you only have to hold an annual meeting if you're going to do anything with salaries.
Okay.
And this is per the MTA. So because we're not doing anything with salaries, the lawyer I talked to from the MTA told me, she said, just go ahead and get rid of it. She said we can cancel it by a motion by the board. It can be canceled because she said there's no point in holding it, opening it up, stating there's no business, and then closing it.
Okay. Per recommendation from the Michigan Township Associations.
Yes.
Okay, so then there's still a meeting on
The 30th, but as that explains in
Would
the
be a
next.
budget hearing.
Yeah, it's a
That's
budget
gonna be called a
hearing.
budget hearing.
Correct.
And the budget hearing is open to the public.
Correct.
Okay, got it. Contrary to my first opinion was it was the annual meeting that was open to the public,
So then instead
which
of,
it is to some degree.
Because the public votes on the salaries in the annual meeting.
Okay.
And then she also told me that the annual meeting, the salaries don't have to necessarily be done at an annual meeting, as long as they, say in 3 years you were gonna do it, and you're gonna raise them in April. As long as in January if there was an increase, as long as you had it to the people a month before, it can be done as a regular motion at a regular meeting. You don't
Okay.
have to have it.
Okay. All right. Understood. Any other discussion or question on it? I'll entertain a motion.
One meeting on Saturday, not two.
It's a hearing
Yes.
on Saturday.
A hearing.
Correct.
Correct.
Got it. So I guess I'll make a motion then that we will cancel the annual meeting dated for March 30th, 2019.
I move to cancel the annual meeting. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Second by Rosie. Any other discussion on it? Hearing none, proceed to vote. All those in favor of canceling the annual
You want to
meeting?
do that roll call?
Oh, yes, I understand. We have to do that as a roll call. Okay? I'm still waiting for my ruling back from the Attorney General on that. We might have one here in the next 30 days too, so. All right, so roll call vote, Ken Brown,
Yes.
Rosie Quinn,
Yes.
Judy Keller,
Yes.
Randy Shooty,
Yes.
Bob DeLong, yes. Motion carried. Moving on, approval of budget hearing for March 30th. Of which we were going to have anyway, correct?
Right, but because we're not having the annual meeting with it,
We have to have
the lawyer from the township, or MTA, told me to do a request for a special meeting so that we can hold the budget hearing. So this is the form that 3 of you have to sign, okay?
Okay.
And then and then it has to be posted 6 days before.
Okay, and we're okay, so, but we need an approval first, right?
Approval
Yeah,
for,
so we need a motion to
this
approve.
has to be signed first.
Oh, it does?
Yes, so that shows me that the board is approving the budget hearing.
The board has requested.
Yeah, the board
Oh,
has
okay.
requested that.
So I can sign it to request it. We need 2 more signatures, correct? Anybody else?
Anyway,
And the signatures are, once taken, is there a motion to approve the budget hearing then? Is that done correctly at this point? With the understanding that I need a motion to approve a budget hearing on March 30th, 2019.
I'll make a motion to approve a budget hearing March 30th, 2019 at 1 p.m.
1 p.m.
yep. I'll second.
Seconded. Moved and seconded. Any further discussion? Hearing none, proceed to vote again on the roll call vote. Ken Brown,
Yes.
Rosie Quinn,
Yes.
Judy Keller,
Yes.
Randy Shooty,
Yes.
Bob DeLong, yes. Motion carried. Any other new business at this point? Hearing none, I'll open the meeting up to public comment. Ms. Toner?
You approved the April and May routine bills tonight. When did we do March? Did we do March at the last one?
Yeah, they were done in
We did in
January, February,
Okay,
March.
great, thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Hearing none, I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
Make motion.
This is Gary, just a second, let's give
Oh,
it
we got it in.
On your draft minutes from January, it says on here that at the new business under B, that motion by trustee Brown approved Kenny Brown and Charles Danner to attend Board of Review training.
That should be Kennedy Brown. I didn't
Okay,
catch that.
I thought so.
All right, thank you. I will, before I approve those, I will make that correction for that to be Kennedy Brown.
Okay,
I've never even seen that.
Thank you, Kristen.
all right. Any other comment? Mr. Parker?
First of all, Bob, I'm disappointed in your behavior, your animosity toward me. And I'm afraid it's because of my opinions expressed at this meeting and at these other meetings. I sat here tonight, this first part of the meeting, nobody behind me raised their hands. You had interaction between and to the point that you cut me off, and then afterwards, I'm disappointed in you. I'm discouraged how you retaliated against me and my family because of the actions at this meeting. That's on you, Bob, nobody else.
Thank you for your comment, Mr. Parker, or me personally taking into consideration. Miss, yes?
If you'd like to look at the videotape, everyone else did raise their hand back here.
I couldn't hear you, ma'am.
If you'd like to look at the videotape, everyone else did raise their hand back here.
And I would assess that too, that anybody that spoke with the exception of Mr. Blythe and Mr. Stringer, who were guests and were asked here, had raised their hand.
You told
Ms.
Marty he
Gibbard.
was out of order, you didn't tell anybody else.
He was out of order, but he did not raise his hand and request
Oh, raise your
permission.
hand, that's the key.
And request permission.
Very good.
Oh, okay. It's called point of order.
There you go.
Ms. Gibbard.
Okay, well, Mr. Cleveland raised his hand, but you never acknowledged him, and he just started talking.
Mr. Cleveland?
Yes.
Yeah, I got it on my video camera.
Okay, well, you can bring that to another lawsuit if you'd like.
We probably
And you
I beg
probably
your
will.
pardon?
And that'd be okay, because eventually you'll get yourself figured out.
Hey, not yourself.
I don't
Bring it
think so.
on.
Any other, Mr. Parker?
Bring it on, it's not your money.
Obviously, you don't realize how much of it is.
Oh, obviously, you didn't when you said that.
Let's go for a whole million.
Stop. Cool.
Go ahead.
Yes.
Let's go for 20 minutes.
Let's bring the state in.
Are you recognizing me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I would like to say that we probably have the community support to improve our roads in this township. But to ask for a mill to pay for these frivolous lawsuits, I don't think that that's going to pass. I really don't.
That I wouldn't disagree with you. I wouldn't disagree with you.
Take
The other
care of
guy's
someone
fair.
else's problems.
Okay.
After 12 years, we didn't fix the road, so we bought the building.
We have a
Thanks, Mr.
building,
Toner,
but we
you're out
have
of
no
order.
And the
roads.
building's making us $3,000 a month.
We're not here to make money.
Why are you crying
Randy
for
Shooter,
money?
Randy Shooter, you're out
We're
of order.
crying about money.
I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion.
There's hands up.
And there's a second. Is there a second?
There's hands up.
Is there a second?
Let's see what these people have to say.
They've had this 3 minutes.
I did not have
No, I haven't.
It doesn't. You've had your
two
comment.
times.
I
I
had 40
did
Bring
not
her
have.
on.
Just let them speak.
It says 3 minutes on here.
Miss Gibbard.
You know, I'm offended because you call our lawsuits frivolous, but the jury decided that 2 women were battered by the clerk and her husband, and Mr. Schutte and Mrs. Keller they violated the Open Meetings Act. So you're saying that's frivolous when our rights are violated?
In federal court.
I'm insulted.
Mr. Parker.
I have an idea to get out of all this, sell this building. This is the main problem right here. You're laughing, you think it's funny, but you know, you folks have probably contributed more to these lawsuits than the public.
Amen.
And I've had a comment for you, Mr.
Because
Parker.
you got $500,000 or more into this building right now.
Thank you for your
With
comment.
lawsuits. I
Board will
got
take
3
it under
minutes,
consideration.
right? Are you cutting me off?
I have exceeded 3 minutes.
Are you cutting me off?
Yes, sir.
Who's timing?
Mr. Osmond.
Yeah, we get rid of it, that's fine, let it go. I probably next month, the meeting, 2 months?
2 months.
But I nominate the meeting at Norm Parker's house.
Is
Well, we're gonna
that,
have, everybody gonna take a turn?
is that to degrade me then, or to ridicule me, or why is that?
That's pretty easy.
Why would you say that? Okay, now, why would you say that?
Out of order.
I make a motion, we adjourn the
I
meeting.
move for a second. Move in second. All in
Yeah.
favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Meeting adjourned. Thank you. I'll take your help.
Sorry about that.
Welcome to our world. More lawsuits out of it.
Go in.
High five.
Yeah, but I wanna get tape so I can get this up on the doors.